ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to my Ptolemaic campaign, where we are steadily entrapped in a grind against Rome, an absolute slugfest between the Hellenistic world and that of our Roman imitators. And let me tell you what, guys, we're in turn 171 of this campaign with no resolution in sight. It is an absolute slog of a grind, and honestly, I want to get it over with. I want to finish up this Ptolemaic campaign and move on to greater, better things, probably making more historical narrative videos like my hamster video. However, I refuse to do so until I finish this campaign, which is the principle to which I hold myself. However, let's just check in with what we have currently. We've conquered 2 provinces in Africa. We've taken back Arabia Magna from the Seleucids, who have temporarily held it. We have a variety of new buildings that have sprung up, new, what are they called, wonders. We've upgraded them uniformly across our empire, and it should have a quite pronounced positive impact upon my economy and other things. But besides that, I mean, just every single turn we'll have a new one spring up. We have a couple of offensive things going on. We had liberated this settlement that was held by the Romans. We liberated this settlement now for our military allies of ours. A similar thing will occur in Apollonia, undoubtedly. And now we have these armies heading back to Athens to replenish their ranks, and then I intend to finally invade Italy proper. At least that's my intention. We'll try to go and take Magna Graecia or something. We'll figure out a method of attack, because frankly I'm a little bit baffled with how to proceed right now against the Romans. Our conquests in Africa are very hit or miss, just this constant to and fro, this thrust and parry of taking a settlement, losing it, taking another settlement, losing it. I don't like it. I want a decisive victory to finally happen, boys. But alas, it seems that it will never occur. Now we have these armies heading south towards Arabia. I intend to take Arabia from the Sabaean factions and all of that. But yeah, that's basically all that we have going on right now. Pretty much covers it. Yeah, so without further ado, I guess we can just continue. Don't really see much else to say, other than let's take Apollonia from these Roman scoundrels. Now, the Romans retook it really quickly, and frankly, I knew they would. The Romans, they always try to take Apollonia, man. Like, the moment that you have it, the Romans get really antsy about it, which makes sense. It's literally right across the sea from Magna Graecia. And holding Apollonia when the Romans are still in Magna Graecia is, like, impossible, dude. You literally send a new army there every single turn, and you can win, don't get me wrong, but why would you want to play an amphibious assault every single turn? It makes no sense. So I'm going to liberate the settlement. I'm going to get an ally over here, and they can go and hold against the Romans every single turn. At least they can try. Of course, this army is severely damaged, and the Roman units that are poised against us, they are frankly in decent shape, although they're not all too numerous, so we'll go figure out what to do here. Go ahead and push our slingers up just like a little bit. I don't know, we're not exactly in the best shape, although we do have elephants, so that'll be helpful. And I think it's the first battle I'm using my 4-axe pike, so I mean, only the occasional man has 4-axe armor, because, you know, pikemen were traditionally armored quite lightly. They never really did evolve, like, heavy armor and stuff like these games sometimes represent. Like, when they try to upgrade pikes. It just wasn't prudent. Like, why would you need heavy armor as a pikeman?
We await your command. Orders. Your orders. Our orders. Elephants.
But I think collectively, my cavalry here should demolish this, like, Roman auxiliary
Our general
cab.
is under attack.
Yeah, we did form the phalanx here. These Ligurian levies, they should just run into us thickly and get destroyed. We'll just have these spearmen get back, and nice, we just managed to rout a unit of levies, or mob, I think, actually.
Ptolemaic cavalry.
But this cab is surrounded, hopefully we demolish him.
We hunger for
These
blood.
Ligurians, I mean,
To command. Your orders?
I don't know, but they're holding for now. Kind of annoying. These legionary veterans, they're gonna go hard, I can tell ya.
Spears. Ptolemaic cavalry.
But yeah, let's go ahead and
One
get
of
our
our units has
cavalry
used all its
into
ammunition.
this Tarentine cab. Should be able to annihilate it. And we'll like full focus here on the enemy legionaries.
General. Ptolemaic cavalry. Fight.
Yeah, we're just launching all of this slingshot at these legionaries. It should do a bit of damage over time anyway.
At your service.
And yeah, we just wiped out the enemy Tarentines. That's beautiful. And now let's go focus on the enemy general. So we'll keep our general back, and we'll really use him to try to motivate our people to fight harder.
Orders. Understood. Fight. Understood. Attack their position.
Yeah, I don't know. My pikes, they seem to be holding for now.
Attack their position.
Although they are
Speed. Commander.
kind of in bad spirits here.
At your service. Loose. Fire.
But some of the Roman infantry, the weaker units anyway, they are starting to break down a little bit.
General. Bleed them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Break the lines. Thorax pikemen.
I know. I'm gonna try to keep some pikemen in combat here.
Pikemen. As you command.
Pikemen are not moving. We're kind of a little glitchy here, so I think we just have to chill out with those pikes.
General.
Have the horse at your command.
Yeah, the Roman general is running for good reason. For good reason, he's running.
Full honor. Ready. Charge.
We'll keep chasing him though. We do need to get rid of that scoundrel.
Yours to command. Now. Thorax pikemen. Ready for orders. Warriors of Macedon.
And so far so good, although my spearmen are getting bested by the legions of Rome. Which is to be anticipated. Now, enemy general, I would love to just like wipe him out.
Forward.
It looks like that's gonna happen. Cavalry has been very active around the map, just running around, trying to withstand my assaults, but simultaneously, his cab is cornered and now dead. So, without leadership, I believe the Romans should. I don't think that they'll
The enemy
break,
general
because
is
Roman
dead.
morale is like generally excellent, but still. Yeah, there's actually an opportunity for a rear charge here, so I'm gonna go try to take it.
Yes, Commander.
And my slinger is, we're gonna start here, and I mean, look at this beautiful exposed rear. I mean, surely these Roman swordsmen should weather under so much peltis, or so much slinger fire, especially my Judean slingers. They're quite good. Amongst all slingers, they're excellent. Excellent examples of what a slinger should be.
Cut it down.
Meanwhile, we'll engage these short spearmen with my pikes.
The men are wavering.
Of course, these Italian swordsmen have been shredding through my Judeans, which is to be anticipated. The Judean spears are hardly the best spearmen of all time.
Yours to command. Thorax pikemen by your command.
But over here, this heavy spearman completely surrounded by pikes, I can tell ya.
At your service. Yes.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Ooh, we just routed an elite legionary unit. That's huge. It's absolutely huge. And, well, it seems that across the map, it appears that we were actually winning. And yet the Romans are now emerging as people who can chain route, as people who can lose morale collectively and falter and lose.
Your orders.
Oh, the cowardice is so savory, so
One of our units
amazing.
has used all its ammunition.
Although they were also fighting Syrian elephants in their back line, so it's unsurprising. It's very unsurprising. It's very, 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 very unsurprising. Well, there we go, boys. A nice victory. A nice victory that we claimed. 163 kills on my Syrian elephants, which is phenomenal considering how withered those men were. It was like not even that, it was like 3 elephants left. But beautiful, this Roman army will not survive its night in Apollonia. We will kill their general and put the rest of these auxiliaries who dare fight for the Romans to the sword. And now we shall liberate and create a bastion of Greek freedom in Apollonia. Look at these beautiful Greeks with their mob. With their democracy-loving mob.
I must accept, although my honor cries.
Really? Your honor is insulted by the idea of trading with me. That's rather bizarre.
My friend.
And we do have a trade agreement with the Parthians even, so
Before you say anything,
Ooh, the Marians are
you
willing to trade with us
present
too?
honest
That's
terms.
awesome. And apparently we have a glowing reputation now, which is bizarre, but I'm happy about it.
I live to serve Pharaoh.
Well, there we have it, boys. The Romans, they continue to lose settlements against us as we liberate them. Left, right, and center. And I can see the balance of power shifting ever so subtly. Ever so subtly away from that of the Romans and towards myself. So I'm not upset by any means. Actually quite happy with the way things are turning out in this conflict. But alas, I think I do need to take a turn. I appear to be done moving. Yeah, this army is done moving. Everyone's done moving. Ugh. Yeah, I think I am thoroughly done here. All right, let's go. Now, I do wonder whether these military allies are at all going to stick with me, but considering that I'm dependable, considering that we are winning battles against the Romans far more than we're losing, and we've lost in Africa a couple of times, but we've regained that land and then also just liberated so many settlements. So the Romans have lost a lot of settlements against me. 2 in Thrace, 1 in Illyria, just in the last turn. And they are going to be struggling to make up this lost ground, considering that they just don't have the most troops in Macedon. We wiped out 3 full armies. Albeit, I don't think that they were good armies, personally, but... The only thing that really frightens me is that of the Parthians, okay? They could start expanding within my realm, and I have very little to actually counter them with. Economically, I can handle it, though. I can recruit troops, but... in terms of actually putting up a solid defense, it would take me a while to muster enough men to be able to oppose the horse archers of the legendary Parthian Empire. So, obviously, I'm not all too happy with the Parthian potential for expansion. But we shall move forward here, boys. We shall move forward. Try our best to ignore the Parthians. But over here, I do need to finish converting Libya into a proper Greek, a proper Greek settlement. And yeah, we'll continue marching this army towards its eventual destination. Over here, I wanted to kind of double up and take Thapsos with both naval and land armies. It looks like we're going to kind of synchronize and hit Thapsos at the same time, which is a good thing. Perfect. We're here. We are marching towards our destination in Arabia. Literally nothing we can do other than go, but this army moves really, really quickly because this general is like a natural-born marcher. And look, guys, the Sabaeans have seemingly conquered everything.
Befits your reputation. Now, friend, I greet you as befits. Our trader.
Apparently, we're now only trustworthy. I can't fathom why, but whatever. We just ain't too trustworthy, I guess.
What can I do for focus? forth in Pharaoh's name. My lord, make haste, man.
Just thinking about making like a nice like grain building over there.
What can I do for
Okay, anyway. Let's see. I mean this army kind of devoid of cavalry. So I do want to get it some nice cav.
Are you ready to serve?
Alright, we don't really have any money, so yeah, let's just like increase my taxation just for one turn. Also, I don't know why we're just dependable or like just trustworthy again, but it's alright.
I will listen carefully. Do not waste.
And nobody wants to end wars with me. And we already moved this army, right? And we already moved this army in Africa. We already moved down here. I think the only thing left for me to move is... No, we already moved over here, right? Yeah, we did. I will eventually make a navy in Athens, though. Like, that much is inevitable. Now, what about this army in Pella? My Pella army. My defensive army. Well, we don't have any money, so I can't really recruit much with it. But, you know what? I can get, like, a Furrow sword. They can be somewhat useful as a defensive unit, because they have, like, a ton of javelins and stuff, so... At least I think that they do, so... It should be decent. Now, you know what? Looks good to me. Looks very good to me. Let's just end the turn. One of us transitory turns, so don't really do a ton, but... They are necessary sometimes, just to kind of stabilize your operations. My allies continue to just run rampant across my land. Somewhat annoying, but I trust these guys. We've been allies for like so many turns. Seems reasonable, but also look at these. Look at these Parthians. Look at what they do. And also... Do I play this? Do I play this, guys? I mean, we do need to play a battle, so why not? But this rebellious army, not exactly the best. But all of these units are huge, man. They're teeming masses of angry locals. So I do anticipate them to be somewhat of a threat. Although, because they only have one cavalry unit, it'll probably just run in and get itself killed really quickly. The other thing is that I have, like, basically all hoplites here, besides my archers. So hoplites are very good on the defense. They should do a fine job defending here.
Light hoplites!
Yeah, I'll just keep, like, all of these hoplites just bunched up in a nice, dense formation.
At your service.
Meanwhile, over here on the flank, we need 3 of these guys.
Yes, command. Ready and waiting. Archers! General! By your command! Archers!
I think that this should be good. You know what? I forgot entirely about my navy. Oh, but you know what? This is like a perfect place to just get these marine archers off their ships, and I could always use more archers. So of course, I'm going to make full use of them. Now, if the enemy doesn't attack at all here, I'm going to move these 3 actually okay-ish hoplites. They're like generic hoplites. Yeah, they literally are just regular hoplites. I'll move these regular hoplites towards wherever needed. Yeah, I really need to use these archers to destroy the enemy javelins. So I'll move these guys to where the javelins are. I'll start moving these hoplites into the city. Towards... Where am my opposition is. Yeah, the javelin men have like reasonable shields, so yeah, we're probably not gonna die to my archers all too quickly. They're gonna do a lot of damage against my light hoplites, I
Our
can tell
general
you.
is under attack.
Okay, these guys have one javelin volley. And luckily, because my formation is so deep, even though we are gonna take a lot of casualties, we should do okay-ish. Yeah, I mean, we are pelting these guys with a lot of arrows. It's not like we're not trying to wipe them out, but... Enemy are resilient, but we are getting our marine archers, 120 more men here. They should help out. First swordsman is coming to engage my men in melee combat. Well, I don't know. It really just looks like my arrows are falling ineffectively amongst the enemy. Yeah, we've killed one man with our collective arrow fire so far. It's actually rather pathetic. Yeah, very low efficacy on these archers. They're not particularly good. Meanwhile, the enemy javelins have torn through my ranks. The enemy shields are deflecting so much.
General! Archers!
Yeah, I don't even know if we really do need to be like shooting anymore because majority of his guys, it looks like we're actually never mind. I was about to say, but it looks like we're done, but nah. Yeah, we need to go and put in
The men are
these
wavering.
guys. And how are we wavering? Who's even shooting at us?
General! Quick march!
The battle is turning in our favor.
Apparently, the battle is turning heavily in our favor based upon...
Missile infantry ready!
How? Wait, why is it turning so heavily in our favor, bro?
We await your command. Operatives ready! Cut them down! Pull back! Back now!
His phalanx is glitching out a lot.
By your command!
This one is killing a ton, though.
To arms!
Reinforced our phalanx. Now we're just a solid, dense mass of Greek spears up against these Libyans. These feckless Libyans who are dying to a collection of arrow fire. Arrow fire and spears, and I mean, look, hoplites in DI basically use like short pikes, so like really short pikes, admittedly, but you can't really beat them frontally all that easily unless you're like a very solid unit. And these guys are kind of like of a levy capacity. I mean, you can see this hoplite's already killed about 64 Libyans and counting, just continuously going up as they're just spearing these guys as they come onto the hoplite. Yeah, it looks like the enemy infantry were just getting whittled down really quickly. I mean, everywhere but I click, these Libyans are going down. And no wonder, they have like 8 armor. That's really low. Yeah, these Libyan spearmen have 1 armor. Yeah, these Libyan swordsmen, they can hit pretty hard. They can stab someone, but there's not a lot preventing them from getting stabbed. And alas, the collective arrow fire that's falling amongst our men is slowly gouging these units.
Operatives ready! Ready for orders!
And yeah, I think I could just...
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I think I could literally just accelerate this, and...
One of our
Libyans
units has used
will
all its
rout
ammunition.
one by one as their numbers dwindle. My general is kind of killed a
The enemy
reasonable
general
amount.
is dead.
Yeah, I just want to kind of push this particular unit back, and there we go. My garrison pounds these guys, dude. Well, there we have it, boys. These Tripolitanian rebels go down. These Libyans. And frankly, I should be able to completely exterminate this rebellion when my army comes swinging around from the actual province of Libya. And we should be good, but I'm not so sure, boys. I'm not so sure. We still need to handle the Romans over in Carthage. That's like the main threat, obviously. But you can see just the proximity to my army. These guys are screwed. They're about to get pounded to dust by the hooves of Galatians. Imminent rebellion in Macedonia? Well, the Macedonians, to be fair, they have not been happy with me since we've taken over. Since we've taken over town. And we haven't really built up the most public order-based buildings, so I can understand why. But you know what? We'll go ahead and lower taxes again because, you know, taxes restrict growth. They're not exactly the best for morale. And let's continue our march towards glory here. Do we have any spies in this area? Like, I know that we used to have... Oh, yeah, there he is.
How can I serve you? They go, look, how dare
Yeah,
they?
these Arabian armies, they haven't changed much since, like, early game. They're a little outdated because they only fight amongst themselves, so, like, we just never really developed into, like, solid factions, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. If I'm looking at this from my own perspective, it's very fortunate. Now, okay, let's march his army forward. We can go ahead and wipe out this rebellion.
Give us strength.
Or rather, we'll push it back for a turn, but this army's getting rather close. We can go ahead and give a siege Thapsos. With both these units, and we'll wipe it out pretty quickly. We'll play that battle out physically, so, like, you know, actually do a good job. You know what, developing a garrison army, that's kind of, like, my least concern. Especially as Pella's garrison is starting to take shape, albeit pretty slowly, okay? To be fair, it's gonna take a little while, but it will eventually come up and be beautiful. Beautiful. Now, what about over here? I do kind of want the Tarentines, I'll be real. Tarentine cavalry, kind of based.
I live to serve Pharaoh. To fight for you, my. The gods guide my footsteps.
You know, we'll just keep that army in place, just in case, you know? And then next turn, we can start to look at, like, getting an actual army to go send abroad. And I'm starting to think that we don't actually need any type of recruitment ability in Asia, so let's just break this apart and get something for public order, because public order has been so bad in that province. And we've already moved these guys, right? Yeah, we've already moved those, Macedonia. I mean, there really is no point to developing a navy now. There literally is no point to developing a navy now. Because, like, this army is still recovering. This army is still very much recovering. It's going to take a while for him to recover. And it's winter right now. So we can make a navy, like, next turn, probably. Over here, things are pretty much set for now. And the only thing that we can really do here is just wipe out Thapsos. But, hey, you know what? Getting back in the Thapsos, that's kind of nice. That's kind of cool. Now, what I want to do here is just win this battle about as effortlessly as possible. Like, I really, really, really need to avoid taking casualties, because the Romans might just come in with a huge navy, and I need to be prepared to deal with it. We do have a humongous fleet coming in as reserves, so I can try to utilize them to mitigate casualties too. But alas, I mean, my greatest chance here really is just running in.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Running in with my pikes, creating a solid seal around a settlement so the enemy can't outflank me. And we can also use my cataphracts to kind of do nice little hit and runs. I'm gonna try to deploy at the beach. Hopefully things will glitch out like last time. And these 4-axe pikemen, they are rather hardy. They have 35 armor. 35 armor, so actually less than the Italian swords. Again, pikemen not particularly armored. Gonna try to get a little bit aggressive here.
Hold position.
And you can see my slingers are already starting to unload here. Hope they don't do like a ton of damage with their shots, but so nice. And my pikemen, they're gonna take the brunt of Roman javelins right now. We can respond with some of our javies, because my Freos units, they do have javelins. My Galatians, they got javelins. We got a lot of javelins between us. Yeah, I don't know. I'll send my navy to try to beach here. To be fair, we might just not really get that done. It's gonna take them a while to arrive at the settlement. Yeah, we'll make the phalanx here and hope for the best. Yeah, these javelins are just being absorbed by Roman militia spears, but it is nice to kill some Romans regardless of their character, regardless of their status. Just taking them down lessens the enemy will to fight. Let's see, is the enemy going to engage my Grand Phalanx here? We kind of accelerated this battle a little bit here by pushing forward here.
We await your command. Pack them down. Ready and waiting. At the double. At your service.
Might have to do the same myself, to be honest.
By your command. Yes, Commander.
Advance! As for glory! Ptolemaic cavalry. Riders, advance! Orders! Contenders ready!
Ready for orders. Cavalry. Orders
Your
understood.
orders.
Yes, Commander.
Heavy cavalry ready and willing.
Ptolemaic cavalry.
We await your command.
I don't know, I think I'm finding some fine engagements across the board here.
Cavalry.
Commander! Ready and waiting. Riders, advance! Ptolemaic cavalry.
It looks like these Italian
Our general
swords,
is under
at least
attack.
one of them looks like losing decisively.
Cavalry. General. Orders
And
understood.
we really messed up some of these units, man. You know what, across the board, I can dig what's going on.
Heavy horse at your command. Cavalry.
I see a lot of Roman units running for cover, and you know what, if we break these two Italian swordsmen who are, honestly, we're kind of the bedrock of this garrison, and we're getting shot up, and we're getting piked, and they're rear charged too, I mean, come on. Surely you have to rout it. We actually wiped out another Italian sword elsewhere, and
Ready to ride.
and we have some cavalry that are going to reverse here, and nice.
Cavalry.
I mean, this pikeman, this town guard didn't quite like engaging a pike frontally.
Pack them down.
I don't blame him. My pikemen are pretty good at what they do.
We hunger for
A lot of practice piking people. I mean, this is kind of it, guys. This is definitely the end of the battle. The Romans have been thoroughly surrounded. Yeah, Fapsco should change hands once again momentarily. The settlement has had this experience a dozen times already this campaign. The Romans just keep on taking it back from me. But yeah, we should. Yep, there we go. There we go. Perfect. 123 losses, absolutely wonderful. But yeah, as usual, the Roman Italian swords, they get some kills. It's kind of inevitable, man. They have good stats. Like, they have stats equivalent to my 4X swords. So they're solid swordsmen. They can get some kills. Even if you do surround them, even if you outmaneuver them. Surprised with the slingers getting any kills at all. Enemy slingers, usually they don't really do a whole lot. Especially these, like, Roman ones. They're just particularly bad. They're as bad as slingers get, really, but whatever. Sometimes, you know, your enemy just having a good day, as that hilarious CSGO menu would say. Sometimes your opponent is just having a good day. We'll go full cavalry here. I mean, +9 charge bonus is pretty crazy. I mean, it should put these cataphracts within really lethal territory. Yeah, they're solid.
To serve you. Hard on the oars. Moving out.
We can't exactly take Carthage with just our navy, but our navy can do good damage, man. They can absolutely savage Carthage if I give them the opportunity to. Now, what's this thing? Thing. It is a pretty solid unit. Sorry for being a little bit incoherent. I've been lost and fought a little bit, but we can take Carthage next turn if the Romans don't have anything around cured. I don't see anything. Maybe we've finally gotten the Romans into a position where we can't really afford to continue to fight against us. I mean, they have lost a lot of resources in these conflicts. But I think that this is basically the turn. And who is this general that just continuously has upgrades? And why is this province so... Sell slaves. Maybe that'll improve things.
I live to
There we
serve
go.
Pharaoh.
Well then, boys, we continue to go forward, to tread forward. Ooh, that slave uprising must be in Macedon, which... Ah, that sucks. That really does suck. Slave uprisings are notoriously hard to quell, and I have an army that's patrolling the region, so... You might sneak attack them, although to be fair, slave armies usually aren't that good, but then I must eat my words, because this is a Greek slave army, which means that it'll be full of hoplites, peltis, you know, standard Greek fare, which is probably the best. Like, amongst all of the, like, really, like, base level, like, this is your standard kind of mech unit, the Greeks definitely dominate in that regard with their basic hoplites, so... Oh, right, I wanted to lose the settlement. That's a good thing. That army just that settlement just a drain on my resources. I'm good with that. I literally accidentally took this army, this like settlement in Mesopotamia, and I did not want another border with the Parthians, which will probably cause a war to occur. So I specifically allowed that settlement to just like fall into complete disrepair. Believe me, this is not cope. Well, literally my plan. It's literally my plan. But anyway, so Arabia, new faction.
I am here.
Apparently,
I am
I'm
in truth
untrustworthy
uneasy,
after...
But the good of my people require...
After that, I don't know why I would be untrustworthy. We just We lost the settlement to internal rebellions, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to fight you. I don't know why that makes me untrustworthy. Ugh. Now we're trustworthy. Trust is really a fickle thing, isn't it, guys?
At your command.
Clearly it doesn't mean anything specific. But anyway. We can go ahead and just try to jump on Carthage here.
Power
Really
before our might.
just smite it from existence.
My lord. The gods guide my footsteps. Waiting for more orders.
And there we have it. We took Africa, which is an important, a very, very, very important thing to take. Because it's one of our win conditions. Latium's actually the only one left. Okay, we're actually getting close to a game end here, boys. It's actually really, really, really important.
Ready for battle, my lord. How can I assist Pharaoh?
And these two armies, they're ready to go. I mean, you know what? If we can go
Serve Pharaoh.
and make 2 fleets here.
Lord needs more ships.
It's 2 fleets.
What can I do for Egypt?
Set them up with supplies.
Need good strong man.
And then just bring these 2 armies over towards, like... Yeah, just towards Arminium. And we can absolutely smack the Romans. So that's what I'm going to try to do. It's a little bit risky, but we'll try our best here. Africa, things are going to be precarious over the next turn, but we're going to lose a crap load of public order, undoubtedly. For here, we're just going to continue trying to march onwards towards Marib. I don't know, we have to keep our eyes on where the main Arabian armies are, but I think we'll have a nice successful campaign over there. Seleucids, they're now besieged by the Parthians. Now the Parthians, I trust, are going to be able to get rid of them because they're very, very good. Yeah, the slave rebellion, I don't quite like the look of these guys.
For honor and great glory. Wipe them out.
I just go wipe them out. You literally just have like levy hoplites and Telpus, not exactly. I mean, look, they're better than like an Eastern slave revolt, don't get me wrong, but they're still pretty bad. Alright, pretty good. I'm gonna go end turn and use the bathroom. We're back. Alright. Doesn't look like anything happened here. Okay, I've got some pirates. Annoying, but I can deal with that.
What can I do for
This army has no local populations to recruit from. Seems to be the case.
Serve Pharaoh. My lord.
It is an honor to serve you.
How can I assist, fair? The gods guide me.
Ready for battle. Setting forth in Pharaoh's name.
Like, I do just straight up need to recover men. Like, keep this in mind. I really do need to recover men. In this army in particular. But it's like, I could go and get some crappy mercenaries. But we'll try to recover for like one more turn. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
Your command.
These Carthaginian pirates, I'm just going to have to hold them out with garrisons. There's really nothing else to be done.
You have further orders?
We can go and try to organize some games in Africa. It's okay. I'll keep public order somewhat steady for a little bit, you know, distract the populace. Take something out of the Roman playbook, I guess. Yeah, over here. Yeah, we're still selling slaves, and it seems to be a prudent decision.
Ready for battle. On the move, my lord.
We will.
Will escape.
Why am I, like, untrustworthy for this? We had 0 diplomatic agreements with these guys, dude.
Come on.
0!
We fight for you, my lord.
Okay, my men will somewhat starve as they march into battle. So what? So what? You don't need a full stomach to fight. You just need a good sword.
Live to serve Pharaoh.
Good sword in your hand and determination in your heart.
Boarding.
Setting forth in Pharaoh's
What
name.
can I... Going apart.
Ready for battle. Ready for order.
Your order.
Okay, we'll send these guys out and see what they can do.
All men must set on the move.
But as of right now, it really does look like the Roman heartland is kind of clean of troops, which is a humongously positive thing. Let's see, we just increased our Imperium. Still no chance of a civil war, that's perfect. We remain thoroughly in control, it seems. And you know what? Is there anybody here who can get married? I always marry as many people as I can because, you know, obviously, well, it just makes sense to, right? It just makes sense to. That way you get more kids. Need more gravitas. Well, that'll improve gravitas. Alright, so let's see what we could do. Is there anything actually that we could do? No, there's nothing we could. Literally nothing that we could do, boys. Absolutely zilch. I can recruit a pikeman to go help watch over Pella. That's what I can do.
Yes.
And we can wait for these fleets to arrive in the right place. Okay, well. Can't do anything, then we shall wait. The reality is that we have 2 armies that are going to be heading towards northern Italy. No, it's not enough. It's not enough to take it. Northern Italy ends up being a cesspit of Roman defensive might. We're going to have so many freaking armies that are just going to randomly pop up. But I don't know. We could send... Okay, what I'm thinking is that we could send this navy down here, pick up this army, and then also send them to the north. Parfy, I really hope that they're not going to just turn on us the moment that we're done with the Seleucids. I really hope that they don't. And then Saba, we'll just have to see like what happens. We have no supplies, so... yeah, those armies are going to take some damage. What are we, just bringing plague to my lands? Stupid Amassians. Pontic scoundrels. Yeah, a lot of attrition, and then more pirates? Way more pirates. I know I'll make a navy to fight them later.
How can I
Not my
assist,
priority
Pharaoh?
right now. Yeah, that army for whatever reason
Ready
just
for
can't
battle.
seem to recover. But you know what?
Easy into port.
We'll send these guys over here. His navy is like near full stock,
We
and
fight for you.
his army's also recovering a little bit, so why not?
Yes.
Well, send these guys.
To the oars.
You know what? We do need to get a supply ship.
Going to reach.
Forgot to hire one. Because my old one died, because I used to have one. Okay, so what about this?
How can I assist? Egypt.
These navies will move up. Again, very risky operation here. Very, very, very risky operation.
At you. Ready for battle. None will escape. At once. I live to serve Pharaoh. Any man who drops is left behind.
My lord.
I am on the move. How can I assist you, Pharaoh?
Well, I don't know. These guys will get to Marib eventually, I guess. This might have been an ill-planned expedition, to be honest, into Arabia. Wouldn't be the first one in history, but... it's nasty, dude. It's nasty to just see my men drop like this. But there really ain't much I can do about it other than keep hope alive. Reserve some hope for my boys. But they won't just all drop.
My lord.
Alright, let's keep on moving here, boys. I am trying to finish this campaign, alright? I sunk so much time into it. I haven't, like, exactly tired of it or anything, but... you know. It's just gone to the point where, like, I want to see it. I want to see its backside. I want to be able to say, but I've completed a Ptolemaic campaign in DEI. And I want to move on to other types of content. And how? How did the Seleucids survive a Parthian siege? Okay, like, I understood when they managed to survive the siege of Parhava, because Parhava is not exactly, like, an elite faction in this game or anything, but... jeez. Okay, luckily these pirates are inferior to my men, so goodbye. Goodbye, pirates. I was scared the Carthaginian pirates would pull it off, because I think that they're actually the strongest pirate faction that could spawn. They actually have some pretty heavy ships. You know, of Carthaginian standard quality. You know, 800 health, 900 health. Compare that to like the 400, 500 health of a typical pirate group, and they're quite strong. Okay, let's go see if we can do something with our Arabian thing, because we're like out of supplies completely. We're just losing men.
Serve Pharaoh.
Oh man, we have no movement speed. Because of this guy, probably.
My lord. We take this settlement for you, my
We
lord.
fight for you, my lord. Make
Can't
haste,
move.
men.
Ready for orders.
What can I do? I will come from the shadows.
I live.
Dude, how we just completely messed up? Like, I literally can't move. Whenever I play a turn, like, my movement speed's like 2.
Ready for orders.
mean, we could just
Do not try.
do peace probably. I don't think these guys would object too much.
Ready for honor and glory.
And I'll think about it.
For honor
And I'll move north here. Try to corner the Romans a bit.
The gods come.
Go ahead. Try to take a Roman settlement to the north as well. This army finally recovering in style, in fact.
What can I?
This army can head north. Dude, this is like a really strong navy, so I don't really fear the Romans. Not here, anyway. I'll just continue upgrading Palace, so public order ends up being like crazy strong. And then, what about over here? Can we, like, I literally will marry every single Ptolemy that can get married. Always good to have more and more children in the family for the royal succession, you know? Okay, seems quite reasonable. Politically, people are still happy with us. Good. Overall, turn is going solid, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know about these two armies, though. We can fight our way out of this region, but be a little bit sucky otherwise. We do have a crap load of money coming in, though. Like, we literally could make a brand new army on any front, really. But also, we don't exactly have, like, the greatest reserves financially right now, so maybe I should just wait a turn or two before we start using all of this income and allocating it towards military affairs, you know? Especially because armies are very expensive now that... Now that we're at a high Imperium level. Okay, honestly, I'm very lucky that these two armies just didn't get attacked through the Straits of Apollonia, so good for me. And now we can go head north properly. What about Saba here? Once that little green guy appears, things are gonna get a little wild. Oh my god. Imagine my general just gets like assassinated or something. But yeah, my army still like can't even move to the city. We're gonna be completely effed. This is a malevolent, slow move towards the settlement. But nah, it's Carthaginian Navy. They're done. Put in the ground. Perfect.
Assist, Pharaoh.
Sabaedzo, they've built up ample reserves around their city, and
At your command.
dude, there's like no way. There's literally no way I can win this. Not that I know of,
Can I
anyway.
do for on the move, my
How
lord.
can I assist? For Egypt. Disengage! That is impossible. Our advance has been halted. Your next command, my lord.
So many men every turn.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, we're just gonna starve to death if we keep this up, man.
Before you say anything, peace? We will have peace, but only when you... I am
Yeah, we have no
and
choice here.
easy, but the good of
We
my
literally have no choice other than
requires
to
me to
sign
put
peace
aside
treaties and then
such
move on.
feelings.
We'll send our armies back to Arabia Magna, and then 5 turns later we'll come back. But this time with actual, like, supplies and everything, you know? Now, are there still any pirates in our area? Yeah, there are. But let's go ahead and make a new fleet here to go deal with this rabid threat of piracy.
Assembling the fleet.
Ready for orders.
It is an honor to serve you.
Apparently this is the quickest way.
I'm here to serve Pharaoh. Locating. Disembarking. That course is blocked.
Hard on the oars!
Returning to shore.
Make haste, man!
What? Setting forth in Pharaoh's name.
What can I do for Egypt?
Okay, I think that we're in decent shape right now. Reasonably decent shape. And we'll end this turn. We're gonna have like a lot of income coming in for this one. And we should be good. We should be good. At least that's what I think.
Fall back!
Alright, the Romans do actually attack me, which is a surprise, I suppose. A little bit of a surprise, but I still think that we can win this battle. The enemy has... Actually, wait, I only have 19 units? Hold up. Why don't I only have 19 units? I should have more. That's annoying. But whatever, it's just one unit. The thing is that these golden looking motherfuckers, they're good. They're good. I think that those are like first cohorts with 300 men each. Yeah, those guys are really, really good. Really hard to beat. Slightly bumpy ground. It shouldn't be the end of the world, but in real life, actually, the Phalanx can really struggle on terrain like this, I can tell you. You know, and it's all good, though. We just play this defensive. We have 3 units of Peltis. I think that it's about equivalent to the enemy skirmisher contingent, which is mostly javelins, too. Now, their main advantage is they have a lot of flexible, heavy infantry, obviously, and we have a humongous cavalry advantage, so... I just have to use my cavalry intelligently here. Wipe out the enemy skirmish. Hammer and anvil them to death. Try to keep casualties as light as possible, but that might be impossible here, honestly. It's going to be a really tough fight. Do they have... Yeah, Marian first cohort is so tough, dude. They have 2 of them, I think. Cohort Primera, dude. These guys are going to be crazy good. I'm just doing a feint with my cavalry. They outflank me so much.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Riders, advance!
We await your command. By your command. We await your command. Spears!
Kill! Kill! Kill!
At your service.
Bro, how the fuck are the Brinka page just absolutely slaughtering me frontally?
Forward! Run! Curse you! Warriors, move out! Get
And
ready!
it's stand and fight! Stand and fight, you cowards!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Warriors! Palatine cavalry!
Ready! At the double! Quick march!
By your command. Ready for orders. Yours to command. Ready and waiting.
Ready for orders!
Sarissa!
Our general is under attack!
Orders.
We await your command! Ready!
Orders.
By your command! Orders!
Understood! Your orders! The brave, ready for orders!
Palatine cavalry.
Ptolemaic cavalry! Yes, Commander! Orders understood! Charge! Victoria!
General lost like 20 men in that charge, man.
The brave!
Sarissa cavalry!
Forward. Palatine cavalry.
Bro, my general is just stuck, dude.
Understood! One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yes, Commander!
At your service! Your orders! By your command!
Palatine cavalry.
Orders, understood! Ready!
Your orders! By your command!
Ready for orders!
Palatine cavalry.
Commander! We await your command!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Ready for orders? Commander! Ready and waiting! Commander!
So far, so good, honestly.
General!
So far, so good. Because Velites, they have lasted a really long time, but we've killed them almost to the man. And the one thing that the Velites can't do, even with amazing morale, is keep themselves from dying. If you stab them enough times with a spear or sword, they go down like any other man. Even though these guys are crazy good,
Palatine cavalry.
General!
we're going down. But also, I just see across the board, my pikes are getting ravaged by the Roman infantry.
General! By your command!
Palatine cavalry.
Okay, I need my Sarissa cavalry to get out of here so they can actually rear charge the enemy infantry. You know, the main events when you're fighting the Romans.
Palatine cavalry.
General!
No, man, these Velites, I mean, they're going down. We're killing them quite handily with, you know, heavy cavalry, elite Macedonian nobles, just chopping them down, but...
To arms!
Palatine cavalry.
Ready and waiting! Melee cavalry ready!
We await your command! Commander! By your command! Commander! Yes, Commander! For glory!
Palatine cavalry.
Pepper wet!
Perfect.
Ptolemaic cavalry!
Orders!
Orders understood!
We're honestly abusing the crap out of our general. I'm gonna be real here.
For glory!
He should not be doing what he's doing. It's super duper dangerous.
Orders understood! Ready and waiting! General! One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's send our Sarissa cavalry after the enemy general.
Understood!
Commander!
Orders understood!
Perfect. So far, so good. Only really bad engagement I see here is like on that flank, but
Palatine cavalry.
there's some cavalry in the mix here, and
Ready for orders!
Palatine cavalry.
we should be able to kill the Roman general with those charges.
General! Understood!
We have a Roman general thoroughly surrounded.
We await your command!
And we charged him as well, so...
Ready to ride.
Yeah, the general's gonna go down soon. Meanwhile, we're hammer and anviling all across the line.
Spears! Tarantine cavalry! Warriors eager for blood!
Shock cavalry ready!
Your orders.
Tarantine cavalry!
Now keep my Sarissa cavalry engaged on the general. Because he's the quickest. There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. Because, you know, that should start making some of the more damaged Roman units a little bit fearful, you know? Some of the more hammer and anvil Roman units a little bit scared.
General! Yes, Commander! By your command!
After all, why is your rear completely and utterly exposed? Why do these angry Macedonian riders just keep on smacking into your rear? Like, what's the meaning of all this, right? What does it mean?
The battle is
It
turning in
means
our
that you've
favor.
completely lost control of the battlefield, and having no cavalry is a bit of an adversity against a cavalry-centric faction like the Ptolemies. That's what that means. Yeah, over and over again, we're just gonna ride into the rear of these Roman infantrymen, and
Heavy cavalry.
well, you can try to chop us off our horses and all, but
Ready for orders.
you also have infantry. It might not be,
Our men flee
it might not be the
field of
best
battle.
infantry in the world,
This
but
is a shameful display.
they're competent enough to do damage.
By your command? Yes, Commander!
Tarantine cavalry!
Shock cavalry ready.
Tarantine cavalry!
But man, my pikes were manhandled, even from the front in this battle, dude. But I know this is
Our
already a
men flee the
W.
field of battle. This is a
Over and
shameful
over and over again, we're just gonna hammer these Romans from the rear, and eventually they will crack. I think the only reason why they haven't is because of the first cohorts, which are like really, really good. You know, they have the Roman eagles in them, so that boosts morale. Nobody is willing to see the eagle fall, but slowly but surely these Romans are gonna turn and run, and they lose their eagles on home territory. That's despicable. No Roman would ever consider that. No Roman worth their salt. But alas, Lucius Calvinus will go down with a ship. He'll die a Roman hero. Or perhaps be reviled, rather, because he did lose an eagle. He lost an eagle on Roman soil. The coward. The fool. Because he actually did have a good chance there. Like, those Principes, when they smashed straight into my 4X pikes and started chopping them up, I was really worried, but my cavalry really saved my butt there, dude. They were the heroes for sure. But yeah, I don't know how I'm even going to recover my ranks here. I took so many casualties there and only have... Again, like, that's the problem with two armies. Like, I took a ton of casualties. I'm not going to be able to recover them for a while. I don't even know. I think Asculum is probably my best bet here. I'm going to have to just hire mercenaries, as many as possible. They're going to suck, but I have no choice. So I need to have like a full army one way or another. These are the Romans we're talking about. This isn't some pushover faction. But yeah, we'll figure something out.
Can ye not?
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what opportunities lie in this turn. Okay, so moving on, we have these two armies in Arabia, which are sort of stranded, so
We fight. Egypt asks much.
yeah, we'll just continue to march them north, but what a pathetic way to lose so many good men. Meanwhile, we can just go ahead and make this army. It should be quite strong.
Disembarking now.
At your command.
We fight for you, my lord. That is impossible. Laying siege to the settlement!
Ready for battle. At your command.
None will escape! Ready for orders.
Anyway, so there we have it. Another liberated settlement. The Romans should be quite upset because they're just losing territory steadily. Over and over and over again. We just liberate everything,
can
dude.
I do
We are great
for
liberators of the ancient world, of course.
Besieging settlement.
Kill them all!
Freedom-loving Greeks,
Retreat,
aren't we?
man, retreat! We cannot do that. That is impossible.
Laying siege to the settlement.
What can I do for you? Let them cower before our might.
For Egypt.
We'll just go like this. So I just want to head to Ascalon, dude. That's literally it. Once we get a hold of Ascalon, things will be much better. And then this army is going to go ahead to Arretium. And obviously we could go and make another army. But yeah, I just don't know where it would be most prudent to do so. You don't really have any recruitable classes over here in Carthage. But you know what? Could just like make an army here. And just fill it up with like locals and mercenaries and stuff, you know? Like we don't have to make it elite. But besides, we can just wait for this building to finish. It'll be all good. And we have a navy building up here. Yehuda, why is it so bad? It's bad because it is. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting from better reading.
What can I do? On the move. Your orders, my lord. The gods.
Okay, looking good, I think. I think we're looking good right now.
How can I... Regroup and fall back!
I mean, I just wanted to go forward, so I don't really mind. Nice. Dude, the Roman Heartland is very much unprotected, so we're good. We're good right now. But yeah, if I could just like fully conquer Latium real quick, then things could... We could end this campaign pretty quickly here. I just need to like figure out the strat to hold Latium, to take it, to hold it. And then we're almost there, because I think that we've basically fulfilled the win conditions otherwise. Like, we need maybe more navies? That's not really that hard of a thing to do. No, we'll figure it out. We have so much money too, but it's not like an issue. Even with missing taxes, it's like whatever.
I live to serve. I want hourly patrols.
Ready. Set up the watch.
Ready for
Finally. Finally, we have a supply line. Thank goodness. Next, what's going on over here?
I live to serve Pharaoh. What can I do for Egypt?
Bro, it's such a weird glitch, honestly.
Ready for laying siege to the settlement.
It's like I'm just being pulled into the gravity of this thing as if it's like a planet or something.
The gods guide my footsteps.
For Egypt.
Okay, we can go take Asculum like that. What about this guy? I want to go take Aretium.
We take this settlement for you, my lord.
None will escape.
Perfect.
How can I assist, Pharaoh?
As you command.
Lead reporting, my lord. For death and honor. Egypt asks for kill them! Kill them all!
Bro, this is not anywhere close to a close defeat. I completely object. I completely object to this assessment. Because I know that I'm going to absolutely smack these guys once we actually get into combat. Because look, the enemy ships, they're light vessels. Sure, they might outnumber me, but if I sink half of them right on the initial charge, these numbers don't mean anything. Well, they have one light ship compared to like the enemy all being relatively light. If I am to be completely frank. My ships are just randomly turning. I don't know the meaning of that, but it's all good. Let's see, bolt throwers menacing the enemy decks, but truthfully, a far more important thing are the rams, because they can just demolish an enemy ship
Our general
with
is
a
under
singular strike. There we go. Already destroyed 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, one of those strikes was a little bit. Ooh, follow. Thank you very much.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I appreciate ya. Follows are always so nice to get when that little chime hits. Put a smile on my ugly face. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Get moving! Our orders!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
But alas, these pirates need to be slaughtered properly. See, is Prince Latino. Ooh. I wonder what ethnicity you are. Any case. As I said, those pirates were easily manhandled. Numbers mean nothing if the ships that you stand on are crap. And that's what we demonstrated there. Very, very, very easy battle. Wasn't even close. So if you get rammed at full speed by a big ship, you just instantly die. It's not like a land battle, where like a one-hit kill doesn't really happen, even with an elephant charge in the rear, even with a cataphract charge in the rear. Man, I'm surprised that these guys are still alive, though. Escaped of one ship. Some resilient pirates. But anyway, doesn't really matter. What matters is our battles against the Romans. So this is kind of the big finish here. You know what? Actually, I need to check my win conditions one more time. We need 12 more settlements in Latium. Once we capture Latium, it'll be 8 more settlements. 20 more units and 50 more naval units, which is quite a bit, but we can just kind of spam units once we have enough settlements.
At your command.
You know, we can get like some sort of crappy units here, actually. What's the cheapest unit we can recruit in this settlement? I mean, it's not even close. It'd definitely be slingers. Just get a bunch of these guys. Meanwhile, did we already move these guys out? Yes, we
How
did.
can I assist?
Okay.
Fleet reporting, my lord.
We'll deal with this, with upgrading this navy a little bit later. I think that the main thing here is taking Asculum and making it as bloodless as possible for ourselves. Because, like, the thing is that we might just end up getting surrounded by Roman opponents, and I'm not sure how my recovery ability in Asculum is going to be. I'm going to have to tear down a settlement and quickly build up every single recovery building possible. That means barracks, healer, grain pits, you know, basically just a wombo combo of naval or military buildings. But yeah, my main killing potential is going to come from these Galatian chosen swords. They're absolutely vicious. And I think that they can destroy Roman garrison infantry pretty easily.
You know my reputation. I do not lose battles. Veterans amongst you can attest to this. You fight with courage, you will win. The glory, the spoils will be yours.
Let's see what we can do here. What's the maneuver? I mean, this little pocket of infantry is pretty bad. Pretty weak. If I send my Galatians over here, combine them with my Peltis just to make the damage go quicker, I should be able to wipe him out. And I'll just make sure that my Galatians get some pretty heavy charges. The Galatians go in, charge is successful, we'll put the Peltis just right on the flank, bring in some pikes over here, and send some cavalry around to start flanking. But yeah, I think my Galatians are just going to run in here and start chopping everything up. The only thing that can really resist me here are the Italian swords, who, you know, they're like decent, but Galatians should just be better.
Yours to command.
Especially if we get my Peltis within range here, right on the flank. Should be really, really killer.
Macedonians ready.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
At speed.
Yeah, I think my Peltis, they're just gonna demolish these guys. You can see them just shredding through the pathetic armor of these garrison troops. Just come on, guys. Surely you cannot defend Asculum while being hindered like this. You know what, my Peltis, they have swords, they have some Peltis. They have the occasional weapon amongst them. I think we could just charge right in here and savage the flank of the enemy spears as well. Really give them something to cry about.
They will bleed for ready.
What's this over here? An Italian sword? Well, I'm gonna ignore you and just hit the rear of your men.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, I should have had these guys in pike formation.
Yours to command.
Kind of
Ready.
stupid that I didn't.
Yes, Commander. Double time.
And, oh, I see a really good opportunity here to charge in. But yeah, over here, like this entire pocket of infantry should just rout within moments here.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah, it's really, really kick-ass.
Chosen swords. Get ready.
Move these guys in. Let's move these guys in.
Citizen cavalry. Peltas. Yours to command. Spears.
Hooray of spears. Spears ready. By your command.
Yo, sunshine. Rather early stream. Yeah, it is. My schedule for work today is rather wonky, so like, Basically, I'm working in the evening and I have nothing to do in the morning. So, yep, I'm just chilling. But around in like 40 minutes, I'm gonna have to hop off for a meeting. The door today is definitely in a precarious situation. But yeah, the Peltas, they were hybrid warriors. They absolutely could fight as well. Although they're relatively lightly armed compared to anything that I would typically use. I think these guys would be heavy armed, the Peltas. The Pelte shield was rather small, the shield that they were named after, so that's a disadvantage. It wouldn't really carry like any type of heavy armor, unless it was some sort of irregular, weird unit of Peltas, like a noble Peltas type of thing. 99% of Peltas weren't. In any case, this should be the end of this Roman garrison. We had the majority of their troops completely surrounded. We've already destroyed so many of our men as well that we should just rout because of total losses. Like, this Italian town guard's gonna get hit really hard by my swordsmen. These guys over here, they should rout en masse soon. These guys are losing decisively. They shouldn't be able to stand and fight for particularly long. And there we have it. Send your Pelta to the center of peasants to flank their lines. Did not think it's a rather smart move, but it does do... Well, actually, that is pretty smart. You know, those javelins, they absolutely obliterate armored units, but particularly if you send them to the flanks. I mean, they have insane efficiency if you send them to the flanks. They can kill like 200 men before even drawing their blades to go into combat. So if you can get good flank hits with your Peltas, they're great. I'm just always wary of doing that because I'm afraid of the Peltas getting isolated and charged by cavalry, or I'll just like forget them and a particularly fast moving unit of infantry will just hit me. And I'm always just kind of afraid of that type of thing happening, you know?
That is impossible, my lord. We fight for you, my
Okay, this
lord.
unit can't move, but I'm really happy that this unit's just like really quickly recovering. But yeah, over here... I'm just gonna demolish everything.
How can I assist, Pharaoh?
I'm gonna very, very, very quickly demolish everything.
Much of its servants.
It is an honor.
Okay, I mean, so far so good. Taken one unit in Italy. Latium, the Roman heartland, is now contested. What an affront. I typically have a long line and two flank lines separate. Those flanks protect my Peltas. Okay, okay. I could see how that does it, but then the problem is that, like, your flank line, they kind of end up becoming, like, specialists at protecting the Peltas, if you know what I mean. And, oh, we're so screwed here. We're so effed. I mean, this is like a modernized unit of... Dude, come on, 4,000 versus 2,000? That's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's an impossible fight. I'm just gonna concede this one. Stupid game. Honestly, I couldn't join my two armies together. But it's okay. His sacrifice will not be in vain. For Asculum is ours. Okay. That sounds like a sound strategy. I don't think I would have patience to allow my Peltas to fully pelt. I just go in with cavalry. I just send like strong, usually like shock infantry on the flanks. Like if I have access to them, like a good sword unit or maybe like a good Falx unit or something. And then I just smack my flanks. Smack the flanks like that. If I can, if I have access to those units. That's like my preferable
My honorable
strategy.
master would have me talk.
Okay. I'll absolutely get closer to the Persians. I want them as allies. I don't want to fight any wars in that region. Yeah, the Romans are just gonna spam, military units from now on. It's not even gonna be fair. I guarantee it.
What can I do for Egypt?
But you know what? It matters not. For... We can go take Arretium. But I need another army. That's a problem. I mean, we can make a new force over here. Send in somebody from the Ptolemaic dynasty.
How can I
At your
assist
command.
Pharaoh?
Besieging settlement.
Perch him here. Yes, the garrison of Ascalon will be crap for now. Yeah, it's not even really a garrison.
How can I assist Pharaoh?
We have like unlimited resources basically, so. We hire every mercenary available. That's what we're gonna do, boys. Create an army out of nothing. And we hope for the damned best.
Serve Pharaoh.
Yeah, you have your Spartan defense, bro. I could just imagine you with a shit-eating grin, just like laughing as the Romans impotently assault Sparta over and over again, and you're sitting over Spartan pikes. Just being like, come get me, you cowards.
My lord.
Come get me, you heathens. Yeah, I'm gonna send this army over to Carthage and then ferry that one force I have there across the sea to go do battle with the Romans. And then...
How can I assist Pharaoh? Recruiting ships. We fight.
I mean, we had this army over here, right? We're trying to withdraw them. Finally bring him back. I mean, it's a very strong army. I kind of wish I ferried this army across to fight the Romans. We're almost at what we need to win the campaign. We're getting there. But a last holding against the Romans is going to be really, 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 really hard, man. It's going to be exceedingly difficult.
Set up the walls.
And also,
What can
dude,
I
these
do?
forces just absolutely recuperate. To the utmost. And frankly...
I live to serve Pharaoh.
At your command.
I mean, if I just
Our
go and get
Lord
baggage
needs
trains
good
with both of
fighters.
these forces, surely we'll be able to go and invade Saba and win. At least that's what I think. Let's get some baggage trains and see what happens. Yeah, over here we just have to wait for the Romans to come get us. Over here we just have to go ahead and take Arretium by force. Let's Cheshire Cat Grid, nice. Cheshire Park. A word, I cannot imagine it without a British accent being present, you know? Cheshire. Cheshire Park. Alright, let's go ahead. Smack with garrison. I'm trying to like speed run this campaign at this point, alright? I know, honestly, the way I play, nothing can be considered speedy yet. I need to put an end to it, guys. Put an end to my Ptolemaic-induced suffering. Of course, the British word, bro. Yeah, you can say it with an American accent. It's like hamburger, hamburger. You don't say like hamburger. You don't say it in like a German way, you know?
Double time! At the double! Advance at speed!
Like hamburger. Is that German?
Yours to command!
Is that German or is that just
At the double!
something I made up?
We hunger
Probably
for
something I
blood
made
and
up.
battle.
Doesn't sound like anything to me. I don't think anyone talks like that.
Hold! Archers!
Alright, let's get the Cretans to just try to molest these Roman slingers. Come on, boys. Subject them to the power of the Cretans. Italian slingers have actually killed a Cretan or two here. We have to repudiate that. We have to respond. Come on, boys. You guys are elite skirmishers with a glowing reputation historically. Can't be lost to Italian slingers. We're silly little bumpkins. Barely know how to sling, guys. Come on.
By your command.
Okay, the Roman lines are going to start moving here because, yeah, we're getting the Vera skirmishers are just getting annihilated. So
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
now we have our pikemen right in the center. They should engage the enemy quite soundly. Burger is essentially a lump of beef. I mean, it is. Oh, is that like the original meaning? It just means like a lump of beef? Huh. I mean, that is basic. Burgers are such simple food, dude. Like, you know what? I feel bad every time I order a burger from like an actual like sit-in restaurant. Like, not like fast food. Because fast food you usually pay like really little if you do it right, that is. You can get absolutely scammed at a fast food restaurant, but you know. If you do it right, you don't pay very much. But if I'm like at a sit-in restaurant and I order like a $20 burger, I just feel bad. Just like, I literally could just get a piece of ground beef and just like roll it up in the palm of my hand, put it on a skillet, and then I have a burger. That's it. Anyway, we should be good here. Cavalry should be making gains. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna get slaughtered here.
Citizen cavalry!
Hug them down!
Ready for orders! Loose! Fire on the enemy! General! Citizen cavalry!
Battle ready and eager!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And my arrows are going in hard here, dude.
Citizen cavalry! General!
Yes, Commander!
We await your command.
Yours to command!
Okay, these guys are out of ammo, so we'll just have them go and try to charge these guys. To
One of our
oblivion.
units has used all its ammunition.
At least that's my hope.
Ready and waiting!
Somehow this Italian sword is holding off 3 heavily armored Galatian spears, which is really unfortunate.
Archers! Quick
So we'll fully envelop them now. We'll close the trap.
Cavalry ready!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Come on, dude. These guys are lasting way too long. Like, they should be getting demolished by my pikes. We have them surrounded on many sides. Like, it should be the end of his legion, but they're
The battle is turning
forever
in our
his
favor.
garrison. It's not a legion, it's not a professional force, it's just a militia. cavalry is getting shredded by these swords. Which makes sense, but also simultaneously rather rough to see. There we go. Not very decisive. Restaurants. This burger has alfalfa. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, whatever bells and whistles they get with a restaurant burger, it doesn't really enhance it that much, you know? Like, I've had, like, beef brisket burgers. Like, so what? So what? Who cares? Who cares? Once you make something burger shaped, and it just made of ground stuff, like, it doesn't matter. And, like, that's the thing. Like, a burger is inherently, like, a very simple delivery method for a tasty beef meal. Yeah, exactly. Like, a simple burger is the best burger. It's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be anything better than that. It shouldn't be. Doesn't help. Doesn't make it better. Just makes it pretentious and weird.
Ready for battle. I live to serve Pharaoh.
Well, I'm happy that we got that little building over here. Let's just get these Italian late swordsmen. They're kind of good. I don't know if we're just gonna get attacked straight up, but I'd rather get a couple of late swordsmen to try to like assist a little bit. But here we go. Rome lies within our grasp. We can kind of like overpower the city, maybe. I mean, I've played many a campaign, and this does seem like a pretty decisive moment here. Just making sure we've made all our moves. So, yeah, everything's kind of been set into motion here. All I can really do here is stand and wait. Maybe some cheese. Cheese is pretty goated. I could do some cheese. I could definitely do some cheese. Good burgers like a door. How do you string these ideas together, bro? Like, a burger cannot be a jar, can it? Oscom's burger, more like it. Alright, the Romans don't do anything, which surprises me because they have the one insane legion. Like, if I was the Romans, I would just try to grab Ascalon back. Like, my stack of mercenaries could not handle
We find ourselves
the supreme competence and might of a particular Roman force that I saw.
between friends. The gift of gold is often taken to be a sign of deep affection and respect.
I don't know. Why would these guys possibly attack me? Oscom's burger, yeah. It's a great philosophical import, okay. It's underestimated philosophical question. But let's see, dude. Again, I'm just trying to stream this campaign towards a victory here, towards a finish. I don't know if I'm going to get it before my meeting, but we'll see. Trade agreement dissolved. No longer possible. Why would that be the case? Have the Parthians conquered it? Damn, they conquered it! That's incredible. That's actually incredible. Well then. Suppose we'll just have to lie and wait. We'll have to go chill.
I live. We take this settlement for you.
How can I assist, Pharaoh?
Ready for orders. Attack! Besieging settlement.
I mean, there's just seemingly nothing I can really do.
What can I do for Egypt?
I'll go remove these 2 archers and then build up some late Italian swordsmen. instead, they are far superior troops, so I think that is a worthwhile maneuver. Worthwhile adjustment. Meanwhile, this navy, which is now fully formed, fully involved, they can go get to Carthage. We can try to ferry that troop. You don't seem particularly dyslexic. I'll admit, you seem rather eloquent in your Twitch chatting. We could say that. But perhaps I don't fully understand dyslexia, to be fair. It probably is some sort of range or something. Oh, I'm 24, by the way, so we're not too far off here. Let's see. Slave riots. Well, no wonder public order has been diminishing, but fine. This navy will ferry my troops across soon enough. It's too bad, but it doesn't really look like we can take Rome this turn. It's just too well defended, but Arminium will fall to me and we'll just auto-resolve it. Even though it's not ideal, I am going to lose a lot of mine here.
At your command.
I don't know, we're close to the coast. I just kind of imagined that we'd get reinforced pretty quickly.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Okay, we turn around here. We're marching towards Saba. That's really all we can do. I know, how else can we grab this win? We need 9 more settlements. Oh, once we get Rome, we need 8 more settlements. We can go across here and try to conquer Sicily. This army.
How can I assist Pharaoh?
Yeah, this army's not gonna do much. Well, you know what? Why don't we just go and conquer Numidia? Why am I even focused on conquering Sicily? It's completely irrelevant.
Blockading!
Valiant defeat, eh? I don't think that would actually happen. I think that we could absolutely win that battle. It's usually just minor spelling errors based on phonetics that get me now, such as fluent. I pronounce it fluent. I'm Texan, so I spell it how it sounds. Ooh, I see. So I have that spicy Texan accent as well to boot things off.
Our Lord needs
Yeah, you must be quite interesting. I have an interesting way of speaking, especially to be like a West Coast individual. We don't get Southern accents here all that often. Actually, relatively uncommon. I think I've only heard a couple in my entire life. Yeah, okay. I think really all I can do here is try to take Eulalia from the Romans.
Forming a blockade!
I think we absolutely can, though. Interesting. Okay. So you've kind of... I assume that this is like... was a very intentional development for you, though, right? Like, I don't know, maybe at your school or something, they put you through, like... training to try to, like... you know, overcome dyslexia. Get an assumption, but... that sounds like the type of thing you don't necessarily outgrow without practice, right? That army is far away. Or that navy is far away, rather. Anyway, I definitely do need to, like... Definitely do need to park my troops eventually, but I'm thinking here is that we have like scorpions on all of these ships, right? Surely we can just obliterate these fools of some well-aimed scorpion bolts. And we're shooting these people to smithereens, so I see no reason to move.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I mean, look at this. Look at the enemy general, dude. MTA or CMC now. Definitely helped, although I've never reverted this. Okay. Ah, interesting. So it's something that you basically have to constantly practice, or else it just feels unnatural. Huh. Interesting. Enemy general just sacrificed himself to my ships, dude. He just stood there and took it. Took it like a man, though. I can appreciate that, I guess. Okay, we're gonna just surround the enemy here, I guess. So you're a man of extremes, it sounds. You're a man with a lot of mixed traits. Interesting. Some things you've adapted quite well. Some things, maybe not as much. I mean, I have ADHD, so I definitely vibe with that. I can be exceptionally talented sometimes and a complete and utter idiot at others. And it's actually quite fun. Keeps people on their toes. They'll be like surprised at how incompetent I am at some things while simultaneously being excellent at others. Ooh. So that's why you like Ancient Sparta. You see it as like an idyllic form of civilization for yourself. You're like, darn, if I was at Sparta, though, I'd be so well adapted as a human being. I'd be idealized. Oh, they yeet you off the hill. Oh. Wait, did they yeet people off the hill? I thought they just left kids to starve. Did they actually just chuck people off? Because that's even more brutal, bro. It's like somehow even less empathetic than just leaving someone to starve. I mean, okay. Okay, sure, yes, starvation, painful, all of that, but I feel like just the visceral, like, just the visual of having a child yeeted off a hill is just so terrible, bro. Even though it's not in actuality worse for the experience of the kid, it's still pretty terrible. It just feels like it is. It's just a bad feeling, you know? It's not a vibe, dude. Yeah, I have like one unit just chasing the enemy skirmishers, but my heavier units, it's gonna take them so long to get into combat. Enemy cavalry just gonna go in, dude. They're gonna go ham. But once we hit the hammer and anvil hero of these guys, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit well. enemy cavalry is being a massive nuisance, just harassing my rear. But these particular Marines, they've almost made it into combat, and they will be a burden upon the Romans.
Orders, my lord! Egyptian warriors!
Egyptian warriors!
Assaults ready to attack!
Look over here, these Italian town guards, they've gone beat. Dude, my Marines, again, Marines are so overpowered, dude. Think about it. They are holding up against these Romans while completely outnumbered, and these are like the weaker ships of Marines too. So much so that these slow-moving, sloth-like large units of Marines have already basically gone to the field of battle.
Assault ships ready to attack!
Assault ships reporting!
I think I'm gonna have to back out this stupid unit, but they're gonna get into combat eventually. So they might not even get into combat in this battle, let's be real. These guys move so slowly, and my Marines here, they've actually done very well.
The men are wavering.
Except for that unit that we really overextended, to be frank.
Orders, my lord!
Now let's throw some javelins here. We can return the volleys that we're being given.
Now, sons of Egypt! We await your orders! Melee infantry! At the double!
We serve the mighty Pharaoh!
Melee infantry at the ready!
Let's go ahead and run into battle here.
Engage! Quick! Our or
Eventually we'll get this right with this unit.
we are at your command!
They'll get into the fight and it'll be glorious.
Your command!
Deliver them to their gods!
Orders, my lord! Ready, men! We are at your command!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
See, that one little unit, we're actually beating this Italian horseman, bro. It's crazy.
Orders!
Almost got the next wave over.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Oh!
We are at your command! At the ready!
I am very surprised, but we did manage to catch this one Italian slinger unit.
We serve the mighty
And
Pharaoh.
yeah, we should
One of our
eventually
units has
wipe
used all
them
its
out
ammunition.
here. This game is at all fair. We should eventually take him to town.
What are your orders? Ready? Our orders?
This unit's losing decisively. That's not good
We
at all.
await your orders! Awaiting orders!
Nice.
Savige! Melee infantry ready! What are
Come on.
your orders?
I mean, look, surely the small unit of garrison marines should get annihilated by my large unit of Egyptian marines, allowing this unit to hit a nice flank upon these guys. I mean, look, my men over in this flank, they've been in combat for so long. I need to go assist them, especially because now we have more reinforcements getting close to this flank. Nice, and finally my general's discharging his troops.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
We are at your command! We await your orders!
Go hit a nice rear charge on these guys. Perfect. Nice, we just engaged them with fury.
Infantry at your command.
We await your order. What are your orders?
Finally, my men are starting to give out a little bit here.
Ready to march.
At the ready.
We are at your command.
Orders.
But I think slowly but surely we whittle away at the Roman troops.
What are your orders? What are your orders?
There is the occasional fight where the enemy just has absolutely no chance here.
Oi! We are at your command.
And over here isn't going to be one of them. These Italian swordsmen are about to get a rear charge from Hades itself. As my Marines trot
One
over
of our
and start
units has
stabbing
used all
them.
its ammunition.
At your command.
Await my orders. What are your orders? Advance at speed. Awaiting orders.
What are your orders?
Oh, nice volley of javelins here.
Orders, my lord.
Infantry at your command.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
We await
Nice. Okay, we actually routed these guys over
ready
here.
to march. At the double.
That means we'll hit the flanks as hard as we can.
Await your orders.
Our men flee
Garrison
the
Marines,
field
they're
of battle.
surrounded by hardy Egyptian Marines. Now, these units are rather defensive, so it'll take a while for us to cut through them, but they will die, inevitably.
Orders, my lord.
Ready.
Access.
Yeah, over here, we'll get a nice charge. Come on, boys. Dude, the charge bonus of 12, these guys have an absolutely pathetic charge. If you die to a charge of Marines, you're just not meant to be fighting. I mean, yeah, I think so. The Spartans, like, literally, there's just no historically, like, super accurate source on them. The reputation was just so divisive.
At the ready.
Infantry at your command. What are your orders? We serve the mighty Pharaoh. Draw weapons. Fill the skies.
The battle is turning in our favor.
But yeah, now the Romans, you can see, they're starting to move around. They're trying to edge around the map. Not a good sign for them. And I think slowly but surely their lines will collapse. And this city is going to fall into my grubby little hands. We lost some men there, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Reporting, my lord.
And there we have it. That's how you take an enemy settlement real quick. You do it without any issues. But now I gotta go. I got a meeting real soon, dude. Real soon. God, Rome is in peril right now, which is good. And frankly, I don't believe that the Romans are all too happy right now. I believe that they're shrinking. Empire's shrinking to nothingness.
We have need of talk.
But yeah, boys, that's gonna be it for now. But yeah, dude, thanks for watching. I like Psych, but I like Sparta because some of the lessons I teach. I mean, yeah, Sparta, dude, come on. It's such a unique civilization, and it's such an interesting case study. But in any case, I will be back after my meeting. Like, literally, until I have to go to an event, I'm just gonna chill and see if I can end a campaign. I'm so determined to get it done. But yeah.